Python. Okay, so here under this web interface I am whatever the code I have written, I have amended here, and I will write the code here also, and I will write the code in PyCharm also. Now algorithm is what? That algorithm, it will find the lowest value in the array. This is in our array. Manually we check that this is the lowest, smallest value, but algorithm, the code, if I write the code in C, C++, Java, Python, okay, in any language, that's why I told you that data structures and algorithm, they are not part of, it is not a programming language, okay, it is a part of computer science, okay, to how to store the data in different data structures, and how to write the step-by-step instructions to solve a given problem. The problem is what here? To find in this array, find small value. That is the question. For that, algorithm is what? Go through the values in the array one by one. First we need to go through one by one value and compare, and then next check if the current value is the lowest so far, and if it is storing. So whenever, so initial value 7, so 7, if it is comparing with 12, now 12 is the big number, so 7 is the small number, so 7 will be stored. Next 7 will be compared with 9, so in comparison to 9, 7 is small, so 7 will be stored in the variable. So next 7 will be compared to 4, so now 4 is small than 7, so now 7 will be replaced by 4. Now your variable value is equal to 4. Now 4, variable having 4. Okay, initially this is the variable created for array name. So whenever comparison, at that comparison, we need to create a variable. That variable stores first value 7 as a first value, that variable. Now that variable value compares with 1 by 1. Whenever it compares with 12, now 12 is bigger than 7, so 7 will be retained as it is in that variable. Now that variable is having 7, 7 will be compared with 9 again. So now 9 is the bigger one, so 7 will be retained as it is. Now 7 will be compared with 4. Okay, whenever 4 compared with 4, 4 is smaller than 7, so 7 will be replaced with 4. Now 4 will be compared with 11. So 11 is bigger than 4, so 4 will be retained as it is. So finally the the smallest value will be lowest value 4. That is the answer. Check if the current value is the lowest. Okay, every time it check for the lowest value. After looking at all the values, the stored value will be the lowest value in that array. This is the algorithm. So we will write as per our convenience. It doesn't matter. Okay, I will write here. Oh, now here, so how to implement is what? How can we implement? Create a variable. As I told you, one variable we need to create. That variable name you keep minimum value. Okay, we need to find out what? Lowest value. So always I told you that you need to create the variables in such a manner as per meaningful. Okay, we want to get lowest value, so create a variable with the minimum value, otherwise lowest value, and set it equal to the first value of the array. What is the value of the first value of this array? Is 7, so set it to 7. Okay, next go through every element in the array. So we need to use the loop here. For loop we will use here. For loop will, so here for loop you need to use for loop, but you don't have studied any language, directly you want to jump to understand the data structures and algorithm, it will give difficulty, because here we need to go through means navigate through, loop through, traverse through. These are words are looping words. Okay, go through every element in the array. So that time I will use for loop here. If the current element has a lower value than minimum value, means our variable is holding first value, that is 7. So current value whenever 7 is being compared with current value 7, so 7 is being compared with 7, both are equal, so 7 will be retained. Next, what will be the current value? 12. I told you that 12 will be compared with 7, like that. So the current element has a lower value than minimum value, so update min value to this value. So whatever the current value means, current value every time it goes to one value. So once 7 is compared with 7, so both are equal, 7 will be retained. So whenever 12 will be compared with 7, that's why current value, now current value is equal to what, 12. So whenever the current value, current element has a lower value than min value, minimum value, then it is lower value, then that variable min value, that variable hold the current value. So update with the minimum value to this value. Understood that? After looking at all the elements in the array, min value variable now contains the lowest value. This is the implementation, means algorithm like what, you know. So first of all, try to understand. I am writing here, go here, okay, here, come here. This is the array. I told you that this I'm changing this array as what, min underscore value, otherwise min value. You underscore, if you don't want to write, simply write minimum value. You write minimum value, no any issue, minimum value, but it would be somewhat lengthy, variable name. So normally that's why, understood, min val, minimum value, it is a variable. So now actually what, this is the array. First you keep this array as it is. Array you write as ARR, okay. This array variable holds this different type of many values. Now you create a variable, that is what, min val. That value to be set as what, ARR, that is the array name 0. What is the meaning of this? This minimum value set to first value, 0 index, whatever the value, the first value. Now what happened? Now as per this statement, algorithm, where is that? First create a variable. I have created a variable and set it to equal to the first value of the array. First value array means I have set up that as what? That set up as what? First value. Next what is that? Next, go through every element in the array. So go through every element. So I need to use the for loop here. For I is initial. I is a variable which stores the value. I is a variable. In place of I, you can keep anything. It is a variable. So you can keep any name here. It doesn't X, Y, Z, your name, my name, doesn't matter. So every time value, go here and takes that value and store this I variable. For I in where it needs to check in ARR. ARR is what? Array name. So next what? We will use this. So go through every element in the array. So every element in the array, and then if the current element has a lower value than min value, so update value. So that moment means every time it goes, and if so you write the code, if I less than okay, min val, okay, colon, then min value is equal to I, okay, then print is equal to I, and then print bracket min value. So try to understand what I have written the code here. That is very important. First, as per this syntax, as per this algorithm, where is that algorithm? create a variable minimum value